Oh yes, I've connected to the internet to show you something about this my e-commerce project. Okay, to show you this search box. Now you see how the buttons how they meet from here. Okay, we didn't have a curve here. Instead, they just curve from here. Okay, so that's how you consider doing your own. You understand? Mm. So that's by the way. Let's go back to your website. Having said that, so you see this background, like I said, you have to make it not to repeat, because this repetition made it to have a line, all these things, and it doesn't really look professional. You understand? So make it background repeat, no repeat, or remove the background entirely. Make it plain. Make it plain, and so it will be more readable. You understand me? So that said, I think I've really gone through this. Through this too. Alright, so that's it. Let me go to other pages quickly. I won't waste time in other pages anyway. Okay, I think these ones not too bad. Just the same corrections. Just once you make the same corrections, see the border, you see the margin, that the margin is not taken care of. You have to take care of the margin. Do you understand? You have to take care of the margin. Take care of the margin. Please make the margin to be 50 pixels. Okay, take care of the margin. Okay, that's it. Okay, then here you see this. You added font awesome. Okay, added the icons, menu icons here, and they shifted to the next line. So what you have to do to make sure that they didn't shift is that you have to make this your button. Okay, this is your button. You have to convert it to flex. Okay, once you convert it to flex, it will move this. That you say display flex. It will now move its content to the next line. Then you now give the content. You give this I. Maybe a button I. It depends on how you code the container. Maybe the container, then I. Okay, this is I. This starts with I. So once you say container, whatever container name I, it will target this. Target all this. You understand? Then you now give it margin. So it will not, this about will not be touching it. Okay, but they will be on the same line. Okay, so that said, I think every other thing. I believe in the same corrections here. Let me check if there are other stuff I need to talk to. Okay, now on the let me talk about this and think. After this I will stop, because I'm more concerned about you starting afresh to do my that particular front end project I did exactly that. Okay, but then let me go to your responsive mode. Let me go to responsive mode. So let's look at this. So we see when you click this, there's an issue here. Okay, I actually fixed it in the home page. Let me show you what I did, but you have to replicate it in other pages. Let me see if so I fixed it in the home page. I didn't actually take consideration of other pages. Well, let me show you what I did to fix it in the home page, so that maybe you might also do something to get it to work in other pages. Okay, all right. So it has not been working before. Now, number one mistake you made is, let's go to your JS code, your hamburger.js. Now this is your code. This one I commented out. One mistake we made here is you came here, you put okay, I think I've actually removed that mistake. I removed it. Okay, no, the mistake is still here. It's a menu wrapper.crosslist.toggle dot. This dot, it shouldn't be here. Dot should go. Toggle goes immediately with a bracket. It will now have display inside it. Okay, there shouldn't be dots here. You understand me? You see how I amended it? There's no dots here. It's very important. That's one mistake you made here. Okay, then coming to the CSS part of it, you also made a mistake in CSS part. Let's come to CSS and look and see. You see your menu item, I mean your display, or rather this particular menu, media menu items, you formatted it. That is what I'm talking about, this menu container actually. So I'm talking about this menu container actually. Okay. So this menu container, you formatted it here. Okay, and this is how you trace it. You trace it from here, then you get to main media, then you now get to it and format it. But then when you want to display, you know it is display none, so it is hidden here. Then when you want to apply display to it, what you did was that this is what you did. Let me remove this and show you what it is. You didn't trace it properly the way you traced it from the above, from here. You have to trace it exactly the way you traced this one. So you have to add this main media, main head. So it has to start from header, then main head. This header is the ancestor, and this one is the parent. Okay. Then before you get to the main media. Okay, the same way is how you are going to trace it here. So it will, if you trace it like this, like you did in your code, this display might not affect this. Okay, because this one was actually traced from the ancestor down to the item, the element. You understand me? So you have to trace it from the ancestor again down to then where you now add the class, and this class, display class, it will now display. Because what the CSS was actually what the JavaScript was doing is this. The JavaScript is adding display class to the element, to that wrapper. And when it adds display class to the wrapper, the CSS will sense it. The CSS will sense it, and when it senses it, it will display it for you. It will display this container for you. Okay, and this toggle, I believe you know, toggle will add and remove. That when you click on it, it will add this display. Okay, now when you click on it again, it will remove it. Okay, and that is what is working here. If I should go to console, if I should right click and click on inspect, then I'll click on console. I'll click on console here. Oh, sorry, I'll click on inspect here. Now, okay, I think I have to right click here so that you see. Or let me right click on this one. It is very good. So you see there's an event attached to this. Let me click on remove. Now let me click on watch this first before I click on this class hamburger. Let me click on it now. Do you see what will happen when I click on it? Display will appear. Display class will appear. Media main item display class. When I click on it again, do you see display class will go? So when I click on it again, it will appear. So that is exactly what is happening. And when display class appears, this thing will be hidden. It will now look grayed out. Do you understand me? Showing you that it is hidden. So that is what is happening. Do you understand me? So that is what happened, and that was why it wasn't showing then. So once you take care of these two, then you get it solved. Okay, then for other pages you have to take your time and find out why it is not displaying. Okay, just do the troubleshooting. Check and make sure that this menu item, this menu container appears in other pages too. Right, you know, if it's not appearing in other pages, if you didn't include it in other pages, it's not going to show. So check everything necessary to make sure to find out why it is not showing. Do you understand? And get it resolved. So that's by the way. But I think first thing, maybe after making the corrections, necessary corrections you have to make, then go back and develop the site, my site, the one I coded as your project. Take your time, develop it, and pass it back to me. Okay. then you can now take your time and make necessary corrections here for your own website. Okay, thank you so much.